I think it's easy to say that what millennials are experiencing right now is just about, like, collective burnout and career confusion and the desire to burn our entire lives to the ground and start from scratch again. But I think, like, all of those things are just effects of something bigger. I think that what's really happening is that we are simultaneously, collectively, and increasingly losing trust in a system that we felt like we were cheated by. Like, we held up our end of the deal. We worked hard. We got the degrees. And for what? To simply be able to survive? And it's like you get to this point, it was exposed by COVID. It's getting re-exposed by AI, where it's like, holy crap, I put all my marbles into this one jar. And not only is that thing now what's burning me out, but it's also no longer dependable. And I think it all leaves us wanting a new playbook, right? Like a new pathway towards a new version of success. And I don't know the answer to all of that. That's a very large question that I think we all could collectively figure out. But it does make me wonder, if we've lost trust in this old system, what would happen if we were to just put a little bit more trust in ourselves, just as much as we did into somebody or something else?
People are getting angrier and angrier, especially Gen Zs and millennials, and I feel like they have every right to be. We literally have been failed by our own government. Things keep getting more and more expensive. We're working as hard as we can, and we can't get ahead. It literally feels like the harder that we work, the more that we pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, the more that we're working to dig our own graves, the further that we get behind. Then you wonder why people are so miserable. You wonder why the suicide rates are going up. You wonder why people are just completely checked out of this society, because people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. People are tired of not being able to afford to pay their bills, even though they're at their jobs all week. People are sick and tired of not knowing where their next meal is going to come from. People are sick and tired of being gaslit in every direction that they turn, into believing that it's all their fault that they're not further ahead. People are sick and tired of living to work and not even being able to live life any. And when we try to live our lives, it's almost like we're too exhausted and too burnt out to do so. So yeah, people are angry. People feel like they don't have a purpose here. And I feel like they have every right to be, because the previous generations had a chance. And it feels like all of us got the short end of the stick and we're left to fend for ourselves. And it was never supposed to be this way.
Yeah, to be honest, Gen Z and millennials like not happy at all right now because of like how expensive cost of living is. Later in the video, it'll be like something about how unaffordable college is. It'll be the last TikTok, I think. So like college being unaffordable, being stuck in debt, not being able to afford to live by yourself, not being like everyone being paycheck to paycheck, and with all this consistent struggle, because all they've known in adulthood is struggle. You know what I mean? So they can't even imagine like it getting better because they've never experienced that, other than when their parents were adults. But then, or like, I mean, they still are adults, but when they were kids and they saw their parents like doing stuff, like that's the only time they've seen it doing well. You know what I mean? So now in adulthood, they've only seen bad. So it's like you can't really imagine it bad, and you can only really imagine it getting worse, I guess. Or I mean, that's what a lot of people are thinking right now. I mean, obviously you can be optimistic, but sometimes it's very hard to be optimistic. Very hard to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying?
Groceries are 33% higher than 2019. 33% higher.
Americans are buying less groceries. Grocery product purchases were flat in 2025, then declined about 2% year over year in most months since February of 2026. That's according to a report by Nielsen IQ and Bain & Company that was shared exclusively with CNBC. This is surprising because rarely does the grocery market see full decline across the entire sector. Consumers are facing higher grocery prices and SNAP benefit changes, as well as other inflationary pressures, which
Not only are grocery prices 33% higher, June 2026 versus June 2025, Americans are buying 1.8% less groceries. Do you think people need to eat less? Shoppers are buying less groceries, less items. and spending more. Inflation is up. Gas prices is up. When gas prices are up, food prices go up. Clothing, toiletry, diapers, everything that goes on a truck to go to a store. If you think that this doesn't affect the economy, you are wrong. People spending less at the grocery store means less economic stimulus, means grocery stores will raise prices to cover the shortage of groceries being bought. It means they will hire less people. It means they will pay less taxes. People being hired means less people spending money in the economy. 80% of the gross domestic product comes from consumers. Warning, warning, warning. The United States of America is collapsing every single day. 60% of Americans, 60%, are living paycheck to paycheck. Hi, my name's Christina. If you found this post informative, please like, comment, follow, and share for more economic news.
Public school system is accessible, all right, to everybody.
College education?
Not college and not pre-K.
State colleges, very affordable. So if you're in a state and you want to go to the state college, you want to go to private, you want to go to Harvard, you want to go to BU, whatever, you're going to pay through the nose. You want to go to Cal Poly or whatever, it's reasonable.
Reasonable? Bill, it's $15,000 a year for tuition and fees to go to Cal Poly. If you add in room and board, you're looking at $35,000 a year, and that's for in-state students. So if they go for 4 years, it's $140,000. Let's say they get financial aid. Bring that down to $90,000. A $90,000 student loan over a 10-year repayment plan at 6% is $1,000 a month. The median starting salary of people leaving Cal Poly is $72,000. After taxes, their take-home pay, $4,800 a month. $1,000 for their student loan is about 20% of their take-home pay. Now, eventually, they'll start making more money and that percentage will drop a little bit, but that is incredibly expensive when you're starting off your life and having $90,000 worth of debt. Then I looked up when you were born, and you were 18 years old in 1967. So if you'd have went to just any average state school, not specifically Cal Poly, but just any average state school, you were looking at paying only $450 a year for tuition and fees. Today, the average state school is about $12,000 for tuition and fees. It was a 26x jump, but the starting pay in 1971 was around $9,500. Today, it's $65,000. So the pay only went up 7x and college is up 26x. Also, the average American who has student loans is carrying $40,000 of student loan debt. Their average payment's around $430, and us collectively have racked up $1.7 to $1.9 trillion in student loans. College is so expensive. College, daycare, health insurance, and housing are the big four that is taking up a huge percentage of millennials and Gen Z's money.
Like, bro, look at that. No wonder Gen Z and millennials are so irritated, bro. Like, for one, it's just so expensive, right? And groceries are up 33%, bro. That means if, like, I say what you bought was $10, now it's $13. Imagine if your groceries was $100. That's $133 now. You know what I mean? That's a huge ass increase. And, like, I don't know, maybe some people might think that's not a lot, but, like, that is hella. And you gotta buy groceries, what, like, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or, like, however often you buy groceries, you need to, like, it's a recurring expense, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's difficult as hell to keep up with, and it getting more expensive, it's exponential, you know what I mean? Say it's an extra $30 every week, hypothetically. What, 33 times 52, that's like 1,500, right? Around there, around 1,500, give or take. Like, I'm just guessing, but, like, that's money that can go somewhere else that you need, you know what I mean? Like, rent's so expensive now, housing's so expensive, groceries so expensive, you know, debts, and, like, even paying off credit card debt, because a lot of people are using their credit card, or, like, they're relying on their credit card just to make it buy like through groceries, and they're falling behind, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know, it's just horrible, bro. It seems like the economy is so bad, like, as soon as we become adults. But, like, if you look at other numbers, like, numbers are just as bad as, like, the Great Depression right now or something. Like, the only thing that's different is that the people, like, who are rich are still doing good or something. I think I heard that somewhere. But keep in mind, I'm just, like, reacting just like you guys. So my word is not, like, gospel or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chatting to chat, you know what I'm saying? But if you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoy these kind of videos that I keep making, please let me know in the comments. Hope you guys all have a great day. Peace out.